what's the most important thing that needs to change about this country? Easy. White American culture as a whole. I'm half white and I'm saying that. White American culture as a whole has formed into the most selfish, disgusting, self-entitled, arrogant, pompous, fucked up way of life that we could possibly imagine. To say that we don't have any problems, we're kidding ourselves. We're kidding ourselves on so many levels that it's not even funny. Everything from relationships to the careers to the way other people are treated. Even the way Donald Trump is acting. 90% of his actions have been out of fear. 90% of everything he has done is because he is afraid. 90% of the crap that rich, pompous, arrogant white Americans have done have been out of fear. Of course, after hundreds of years, you act in jerks, and you hoard all the good stuff to yourself, and then other people get the crappy leftovers. They're gonna push back. We're making all the same mistakes that France did during the French Revolution. They're making all the same mistakes that every other country that has had too many poor people, too many other races of people have been pushed around, screwed over, to where they've reached their breaking point. In general, the way white Americans see themselves has to change. The way white America carries itself as a whole has to change. The way white Americans are being has to change. That self-centered, selfish, pompous, arrogant, self-entitled crap has to go on so many levels. In many different areas of our society, it has to go. We have to learn a clear, concise, honest, comprehensive way of being so that the world can be a much easier place. Like I said, I'm half white and I'm saying that. White America as a whole needs a complete and absolute unrelentless overhaul. To say we don't need an overhaul on our way of being, we're fooling ourselves. We want fast, easy answers. We don't want to, real, definitive, clear answers are not answered overnight. Real, definitive answers take time to acquire. Real, honest, healthy solutions take time to figure out and take time to apply. The problem with white America is white America wants it now. White America is impatient. White America wants everything now. Money. I want it easier. White America is so used to being comfortable that white America is afraid of suffering. If I could challenge any white America, it is to give up your white privilege. The next time you do something wrong and you're getting away with it, rat on yourself. Next time you have one-sided view on something, have a different view about it. But for our country to move forward in a better direction, white American culture as a whole has to change, has to go, it needs a complete overhaul in every sense of the word. And the problem started with George Washington the day he ordered the Iroquois people to be wiped out and extinct. It even goes back further than that. The fact of the matter is, Every other country has gone back and confronted their way of being. Almost every other country that have white people in them have gone back and they did an honest, healthy examination of themselves. They've gone back and looked at the things in their past which are painful and ugly and icky and gross, and that they didn't want to look at. They listened to the things that they needed to hear that were hard to hear. The problem with your average white American is your average white American doesn't want to listen to the things that are hard to hear, the things that are true, that are painful, that hurt. Truth does hurt, especially when you know that your half of the American culture has contributed toward 90% of the misery and the fucked up things that are going on in this world. Nobody wants to hear that. But the only real way to get past it is to sit down, ingest it, swallow it. Feel that pain. You run from that punch in the gut pain of the truth. It's not going to help you. It's just going to do nothing more than bite you in the ass. If we're ever going to move forward as a country, that's how we learn. We have to start from the bottom and work our way down, and sit down and do an honest, healthy, examining look at the truth, no matter how ugly it may be. If you're white and you're watching this video and I offended you, if I upset you, good. That means you listen to the truth. Truth is painful. Sometimes it's ugly, sometimes it's nasty. But at the same time, the only real way that we could sit there and evolve as a society is if every group of people do an honest, healthy, examining look at themselves. And considering how things are going in the world today, white America needs to sit there and look at itself. And that's the white half of me that's admitting it. I did that a long time ago. Did it hurt? Yes. Was it fun? No. But I'm a much better person for it. Am I hoping to touch a nerve? Yes. If I touched a nerve, that means I tapped into a part of you that knows where you know I'm telling the truth, but you're afraid to look at it. The average American relationship, that's why it's hurting. If you're an American female, if you're a white American female and you're intimidated and you have tension with every other race as a female, it's because your average white American female has made a lot of mistakes too. Again, white American culture needs a complete and unrelenting overhaul. We need to give up white privilege. We need to give up that. We need to give up that sense of entitlement. We need to give up that arrogant, one-sided view of that we're wonderful. We need to take the blinders off and look at the truth for what it really is. We look at the actual truth and confront the real part of our history. It's going to hurt. It's going to sting. You might even throw up. But that's your initial first reaction after you do so. That's good. It means you have a conscience. Again, complete and unrelenting